All right, kids, come on over. Let's turn this on 2 feet per second. We're building the sight tape today for the guy behind the camera. We're gonna get his baseline, and then I get to do my baseline test number 2, which is awesome. I'm excited to go to the archery range. Easton Axis 4mm. It's a long range. It's got an arrow wrap that's kind of cut, 3 vanes on the back that weigh 17 grains total. Those are AE hybrids. We got this titanium over here in the front. You guys have seen this arrow. I've been running with it for a while. Should be real close. I have 75-pound mods, and I have 80% let off. And I do have 80-pound mods, but those are reserved for September. I just want to be able to pack a punch in September. But the rest of the year, this is great.
284.
All right. So we're building a sight tape today with Precision Cut Archery. It's my buddy Tristan. Jeff, grab your bow and let's have you shoot. Let's get your speed.
Right.
Phase 4, 33, 75-pound mods. Draw length 28.5, 80% let off with a Sonic through the chrono.
E6 Sonic.
Tied.
How are we shooting the same arrow, man?
Same speed.
Yeah.
284. Because my bow's fast.
Clearly.
That's a sweet
just
spot for
goes. Thank you, train. 284.
284. Next up, measurements. Let's go.
Measures.
So we got Dan and Jeff. I'm obviously just checking too. So we're gonna go with speed 284, 284. That's cool. Let's go arrow weights. So we're gonna use the last chance grain scale. 446 and a half. Good check. Ho ho. 433 and a half. Next, altitude. We're about 1,900 feet.
What watch is that?
Garmin Epics. Okay, we got our altitude, sight end marks, caliper measurement. Let's do sight radius and peep height. All right. So peep height is going to be the center of the peep down to the center of the arrow. It'll be somewhere between 3 and 5 inches. 3.5 inches.
Are we good?
Nope. Mind me. 29.25 is your sight radius.
About 25.5.
Okay, and then measure from the center of this peep right here, center of the peep to the center of the arrow. Should be about 4 inches.
Yep.
Got it. So 25.5 and 4. Sight in marks. So Jeff has sighted in his middle pin on that CBE Trek Pro 3V at 30 and 80. I want to measure with the caliper the distance between those 2 points. So I need your bow right here, and then we'll go and get on a computer. We'll screen record so you guys can see what we're doing. We'll build him a sight tape. Yeehaw! But Jeff did a good job giving me marks. So 21.22 millimeters, 0.8355 inches. I think we're gonna do that number. So
What's the human error?
just me lining up the calipers,
Oh, yeah.
you know, with my eyeball. And caliper measurement is 0.835555, repeating. We're gonna go build him a sight tape. And then for my sight in marks, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna go, I know that my 30 is dialed, and I know that my 90 is dialed. So those are the numbers I'm gonna go off, and measure the same thing with calipers that I bought on Amazon.com. 24.26 mm. That's not nice. 24.26 millimeters, or 0.955 inches. Let's go put that data in.
Does it need your social security number too?
Yeah, maybe. And this is that Tristan guy who owns this. And I think the cool thing about this is if you have this set up here at home and we go to Total Archery Challenge Big Sky and we shoot at 8,500 feet, we can just go in, find this particular setup, change the altitude, print out a new tape instead of going to Big Sky and hitting 2 inches high. Precision Cut Archery. This is pretty easy. So put your name in, picked your sight. Peep height was what, 3.5?
I like the music.
Oh yeah. Little sight radius action. Got that measured. For sight radius, guys, use a bow like a draw board. It's just easier.
Yeah, it is.
Sonic 6.0, 433.5. Altitude, feet per second. Your two distances. We measure with the caliper in inches. Boom. Go to sight tapes. Select the doozy. And then I started building your sight tape here, and I forgot to change the distances. I know you want to shoot further than 100 yards, so I go back up to the top there, change that to 140 yards. I think you could be able to get that ish.
Yeah.
And
I
then
think
just
we had
kinda,
clearance around like what, 95 at the range, 100 maybe.
we'll have to see once you get that bottom pin figured out, and then go from there. And then we're ready for print. Out on printer paper. This is non-sticky. I would get shipping paper to print your sight tapes on, because then you can just peel and stick, but I don't have any right now, so we're gonna make this work. When you print this out, it's got a scale to make sure that everything's to scale. So you can use a quarter or a credit card. That looks pretty dang accurate. We're gonna go with this middle one. So we're gonna put this on here real quick, dry fit. As you can see, we don't have room for some of that. So the 30 and the 80 are dead on. So I'm gonna cut off what we don't need. But I also took the third digit off, guys, because he doesn't need to know that that's 140. He can figure out that he's at 140. And I figured his bow actually might shoot that far. So let's stick this on there. Something kind of like that. So we'll get this on there. We'll just use like masking tape. Ideally, that would be what you would use. And just so that if it rains, your sight tape doesn't bleed and you're screwed and you're SOL. So
When it rains.
We'll go test this sight tape. Now remember, if Jeff was doing what I do, if he shoots poorly, blame it on me for making the wrong sight tape. That's what I would do. But we're gonna put this on and head to the archery range, get his baseline number 1, and I get to retest baseline number 2. It is about 20 degrees warmer. The sun is out. It's gonna be epic. Come with us. Masking tape is way better, packing tape is way better than what I got, just so you know. And you have a sight tape. Oh!
And you got
This has got to be put away when we're done. I keep doing that. Sorry, Jeff Bow. Hey, welcome to Spokane Valley Archery. This is baseline test number 2 for me, but more importantly, this is baseline test number 1.
For me.
I am number 1. So we got his sight tape built, as you guys saw. We got his bow chronoed. We used the Precision Cut Archery. We're gonna put it to the test. He can totally use that as an excuse today, but regardless, his score is gonna be his score. We're gonna do 20 targets. We're gonna try to shoot pretty close shots to what we did last time. And there's a few more people on the range today, so we gotta kind of be cognizant of that. Let's go.
A lot of people.
Dan should be nervous. Just saying.
Okay.
I'm Rowland. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I just want to come and say hi.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate your support, man. How about
Shout out
that
to
white-tailed
him.
deer?
Okay.
What's the yardage, bro?
45.
Okay.
That's a trigger punch.
We should get a trigger punch counter.
Okay, I'll count.
Probably every single one.
Left. 45.6.
First shot's always like the nervous shot, right?
Yeah. For sure.
I think we're neighbors. Oh, nope, you smoked it.
All right. Let's go get scores. Yeah. I'm a 10.
You're a 10, and then am I just out as a 5?
You're a 5. Yep.
Barely.
Okay.
Barely, yeah.
First one's at 21.
You'll get that next time, though. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's why you not having a 20-yard pin,
It's definitely getting
you
used
got
to
to really
that.
figure out where to
Yeah.
aim. Since your top
Guys,
pin's
I'm
30.
going 30,
34?
40, 50 for my top pin.
Yep,
so
31.
I did get a 5 on this one last week.
I still am getting used to my 20-yard mark.
You hear my bow rattling now?
Yes. I wonder why.
We both know why. I'm not going to talk about it. Oh, trigger punch.
2 for 2.
Baller.
3 for 3.
Huh?
Baller.
Baller.
Good shot.
So I just gotta settle
Damn.
in, remind myself that Dan's only, what, 5'4", 5'5".
That's not nice.
So I just gotta settle in, everything's gonna be
Short
okay,
jokes, huh?
and drill
Short
every
jokes.
shot.
Jeff's got himself a 5, but hey, that's points, buddy.
Yep, take it.
I'm on 10. Not a 12. Let's check the next one. Oh, I'm grabbing that line. You gotta confirm that that arrow's grabbing that.
Nope, dude, that's out. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's in.
So Jeff got 10. Dan finally got a 12. Nice shot, man.
Thank you.
That's a hard target to hit.
Ugh. 68, 69 yards.
That thumb of yours is pretty moving. We gotta work. We're gonna work on that.
Okay.
I will call Joel up if I have to.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Joel's already worked with me, so there's no excuse.
So you know what to do.
Yes.
But again, I'm shooting right on these downhills, so I imagine I'll probably be shooting a little left on uphills. That's the third axis adjustment. We'll make the adjustment for sure.
28 for the yellow bear.
Okay.
Yellow bear, the golden bear.
That'll work. And then shoot one of the bears up there.
That's a perfect spot to hit a real bear.
Really?
Yeah, right in the kind of middle, just off to the middle. Same shot, but that one, like that, both those are dead bear shots
Nice.
on real bears. I don't love uphill shots.
I'm gonna give you a 10 on that. I mean, I feel like when I pulled it out, it was grabbing the line. It was,
Okay, so it's either a 10 or an 8.
yeah.
I'll take an 8.
He just wants to have a score to beat.
I'll give you a 10.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh,
That hole's,
that was nice of you.
Moving on.
I would want a 10 on that.
10, and we got an 8.
I'm happy with that though.
Really good shot.
This is your first time shooting this course
Ever?
anyways.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
you go.
A lot of uphill, downhill. There's no real flat shots except for the moose.
Definitely humbling for sure.
This bedded elk, man, is a tough one. Hallway shot.
It's a pretty shot. Aesthetically pleasing. Low.
That's a brisket.
Yeah, it is. That is not a dead bull. Have you ever shot a bull bedded?
Yeah.
You have?
That's a liver.
Right where it
Wait,
needs to
maybe
be.
one lung.
Left. That hillside really drifted me. I was hugging that shoulder tight.
Gotcha.
But because of the slope, I didn't really bubble into the hill as much. Like, just put the cam into it more when you draw.
Yeah.
That was a great pro tip.
As well. Like I don't think about that stuff at all. So, all right, guys. Dan got an 8.
Yeah, I would have never have known that. Like no one's ever told me that. So it's
I
great.
almost got a 10 there. Because that's a big 10 ring on the elk.
69 yards.
We're still working against this hillside. And so we both drift right. Probably need to draw, put the cam into the hill to
This
the
is
left.
the first time I've ever watched myself shoot ever. So when I don't go like that, like I'm holding my hand after my release, does that mean I'm punching the trigger?
Yeah. When it doesn't go anywhere,
Yeah.
you punched it. The crap out of it.
5.
That's a good observation.
Like Mike Tyson.
Yeah, that's a Mike Tyson.
12, 10, 8. Dan got an 8. 12, 10.
Some high school kid revving up his exhaust.
Jeez.
It's probably Josh Jones. These turkey targets are so small.
Yeah. I think I've punched the trigger every single shot.
Yeah. But now you know. It's why it's good to film.
Jeffrey's got a 5. Daniel's got an 8.
Halfway, 92 to 71.
Jeez. How many times have you shot this course?
Jeffrey's got
Countless.
a 10. Daniel's got an 8. Lion.
He did put a bunch of new targets out, so that's kind of been
64
nice.
yards.
Too.
It's been sweet. Yeah, it's a great looking course. It's like
That lion, dude, I wanted it.
another
I thought-
punch.
Both of us, I thought were
Now you're
going to get
talking.
better scores, but
8 for Dan and 8 for Jeff.
that's like
We
a
suck.
brand new target, man.
Yeah. This is where I freaking
Watch your arrow
break
here.
my
Watch your arrow.
Ooh, that arrow went like ka-tink as soon as it hit.
I think it hit your arrow.
No, it didn't.
I've been low pretty consistently.
In the back half especially, I think you're...
This is so humbling. I challenge y'all to do the same thing. Get out there, put your scores on. Okay, we got a 10.
Gosh, it was so much lower than I thought. I never actually saw this one when I was setting up the next shot.
Oh, that sucks.
That sucks.
You guys see that? Not only did he get a 5, but we got a Sonic down.
Money out your pocket, bro.
Yeah. If you guys are wondering, your arrow shouldn't look like that.
Cutting that 8, and then Jeff, I love you, but that is a 5. All right, guys, we're gonna get 4 shots here. We got cougar, doe, doe, cougar. All little variant distances.
We're running out of daylight at this point.
Dan's yelling at me, Jeff, hurry up, shoot.
Oh, couldn't get any more perfect than that shot.
Your shot looked, that last one on the cougar,
way high and left.
looks perfect.
Cougars are hard. I'm to the right of a 10, so I'm an 8 as well. So
The way that target's angled, it's really hard to get a good score on that cougar.
For sure.
And that's definitely a 5. Got a 10 for Dan, and Jeff is on the line.
So you might want to put a little bit more weight in the back of your bow. Take a little weight off the front. So I still think your sight tape is very accurate.
So we're switching to the good old iPhone. Come on, Daniel.
I can't believe how bad this shot was for me.
Wait till you see it. I mean, it's...
That's such a
At least you hit the
bad
bail.
shot.
This is the best shot of the day, and it's still not a 12. We can't even see this shot. Like, it's dark. The cameras make it look lighter. It is not. What
That's
the
a
iPhone
great
does.
shot, dude.
It's not a 12.
Yeah.
Jeffrey's gonna go. No clearance.
So you didn't move your bottom pin to 50.
Correct.
So
Yeah,
it's
your bottom pin was at 50, right?
you can't trust your bottom pin. Your
Right.
50 pin is on, your 50 yard, but your indicator doesn't match.
Right.
Then, for today's purposes, you slide up until you can shoot the longest shot you got. We'll give you a handy. And I mean handicap, not handy. Hey, this is the baseline test number 1. Baseline test number 2. We don't know our score yet. You do, but we know it's not pretty.
Yeah, it's not.
That is an 8. That is a 0, but at least we didn't lose an arrow. Oh man, we ran out of camera light, guys. But holy smokes. That's me
That
at
last shot left a
127.
pretty big bad taste in my mouth.
Makes you
10,
hungry.
which is
Yeah,
what
it
I
did.
needed to get my score maybe beat last week. And I'm gonna find Jeff's arrows next.
So you got your first score, 130.
I gotta go score these last arrows
130.
and help Jeff. Jeff might have lost 2 there.
1-0.
Over there.
0-1
And you know
versus
what? It's
Dan.
okay. Humility. Show where you're at and understand that we're advertising where we want to get better.
Yep.
That's what we're
I'm
doing.
not a professional archer yet, and that's the best part about it.
I just want to be so confident going into season. Bear season is not that far away. And so we're just out here 3D. Beautiful. We got beautiful temperatures today.
We do. We lucked out.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And what we're selling is hard work. So go put that work in. Comment below what you'd like to see if you want us to keep this series going. We're trying to get better. We're trying to make you better.
But all in all, how did it feel?
I mean, it was good. Obviously, it's been cold and, we've been cooped up, in the house all winter. So it was so nice to actually get out, get some sun, and just kind of see where I'm at. I have not shot a lot of 3D courses. I'm usually just shooting either in my backyard or at an archery range, which, you can only go so far. Right.
And it's flat.
Yes. And so, shooting as much 3D as you can just really elevates your game. I'd say the biggest thing, that I was bummed about was just my shot execution. I thought it was better than that, but clearly it's pretty bad. And I just, the cool thing about that is, like, I can do that in my backyard. I can do that in my garage, like just blank bailing, just getting in there and have more determination, as Joel Turner would say. Thoughts aren't thinking.
Yeah, you're definitely worried about aiming right now.
Right.
And when the pin gets to where you want it, you're like, I got to get rid of it, which
Correct.
gives you pre-ignition movements, which is going to mess with your left and rights or possibly make you drop. I think having your thumb off the barrel is a no-no. I think you should get your thumb right on the button immediately, and that's not going to make the release go off. So if your release is too hot right now, where if you just put pressure on it, you want to be able to engage it, and then you want to go ahead and almost open your hand as you pull,
Right.
and that tension will break, and you'll get that clean surprise release.
I would love to go run it back and watch a few of my shots, but I'm in my head going back to it. I do kind of like start the process, like here we go, but I feel like I keep seeing that bubble or the pin move. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I break at the last second and punch it.
Well, that's where we'll end this video is this. Have you ever let the pin dance all over the place and just talk to how, like, going so slow you could stop it, and then eventually it breaks and your pin's erratic, moving all over the place, but all of a sudden the arrow goes right where you were looking? Have you ever had that happen?
Yeah. Yes.
You do that a few times and you'll start to trust the float and realize it's more important. I mean, look at what you're trying to hit, not just aim. It's got to be perfect, held still. My pin was moving a lot more. Mm-hmm. I had done a crazy hard workout before we left.
You did.
And I didn't think it would affect, but I was like really weak the last 10 targets.
Sure.
A lot of moving, and had to really just remind myself that that's okay. Guys, do you like the series? Do we keep it going? I would love for you to do it, because it's just an excuse for us to go out once a week and measure.
Yes.
Sometimes it's kind of embarrassing, honestly, putting yourself out there. I think a lot of people think that I'm a pro archer, and I am certainly amateur at best. I try hard, and I'm consistent, and I always just believe in putting the work in.
Right.
And I know that you said that you want to keep going back out there. So
absolutely,
leave it up to you guys. You guys want to come out with us? Hit us up. Let us know. We've shot with subs before. We're just trying to get better. Hopefully you are too. Separation is in the preparation. We'll catch you on the next one.